It's time to go play off-road.
Hey everybody, it's your friend Jesse from Good Enough Off-Road, coming to you today in this nice seductive stance from underneath the Jeep to report on some trail damage that we got on the Rubicon. As you can see, we caved in our oil pan a little bit, and they don't make a lot of skid plates for these, and the ones that they do make are hundreds of dollars. So we're gonna try something different today. Let's get a little closer up there. As you can see, I came down on a rock, and luckily it did not penetrate the oil pan, but it definitely dented it pretty good. I've kind of been putting off doing a skid plate there because they cost a lot of money. And honestly, I really didn't think I would get the oil pan right there, but I did. So let's come up with a way to make it a little stronger. Okay, so we got everything we need here to make our skid plate. I got on Amazon and I spent $12 on a piece of 3/16 steel. And I'm not exactly sure what the plan is yet. We don't need to go super huge on this. The fact that if you would have saw me come down on that oil pan and the fact that it survived, pretty awesome. So I think if we take this plate and we just cut it out, kind of cut a template, smack it on there, and then just weld some leg supports right here, it's gonna be much better than it was before. No need to add 200 pounds on with some super skid. We're trying to keep it light here. So we got our plate, we got our cardboard. So the first step is I'm just gonna kind of trim a template on here, get this thing fitting perfect, take this, put it on here, trace it out, grind the crap out of it. Voila, we got a skid plate. Let's go. All right, guys, quick tip when you're making your templates. So I got this nice rounded radius here. I'm not gonna match it perfectly, but I'd like to get it close. Use what you got. So I went over to my weight rack over here, found that little guy, and that matches up pretty good. So we're just gonna go ahead and use that on our template, center it, and trace it. Okay, so as you can see, we now have our template. Booyah. Sits right up there like that. We're gonna cut this piece of steel out with that. And then I've got a piece of flat stock here. It's about 3/16. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a couple strips, and we'll just run strips from this plate down along this. We'll put one on this side, one on the front, probably two on the back right here, and then one on the side. It's not going to be the strongest thing in the world, but honestly, with as light as this Jeep is and the fact that the stock one took the beating that it did, I think it's going to be plenty. Only adding a couple pounds here, and like I said, had I done this before I caved that in, this would have been a $12 skid plate. So let's see what happens here. We're going to start by cleaning this off with some mineral spirits because I want our marker or our paint pen to stick to this when we trace it on. So we'll remove some of the scale here. All right, and let's be fancy about it today. Try out the paint pen here. We're just gonna take our little template we built, we'll double check it. Good Enough Off-Road right there. Close is good. All right, let's get that on there. We have our little cutout here for our oil drip drain plug thingy bob. And now it's time for the fun part. Grinding, and more grinding. But I am out of time for today. I have to go to my real job and shoot x-rays. So we're gonna let this sit here, and we'll pull out the grinder tomorrow morning and get this going. But we're rocking and rolling here. I'm excited. Good morning. It is the next day. We are ready to get going on this. We got our template ready to rock and roll. Now it's time for the crappy work. It would be really good to have a plasma cutter right now, but like most of you, I don't have one of those. So we're just gonna do it the good old fashioned way with a grinder and a flap disc. I've said this before, if you don't have 2 grinders, get 2 grinders. It sucks swapping these out all the time. But right now we're just gonna get to work, do the boring stuff, cut this out. We'll see how it goes. Good 4 minutes in, and that's all the farther we've gotten. Slow progress is still progress. Okay. Looks like we got most of this figured out. Now we're just going to take this out, clamp it in here, and use our flap disc to round off the edges. We have a skid plate. Fitment's pretty good. Now what we're going to do, I'm debating between whether or not I want to drill a hole just to attach it to this a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna. I think what I'm going to do is just cut these legs and weld here and weld here. I want to weld to this as little as possible because it's very thin metal, and I really don't want to burn through it. So I think what I'm going to do, even when I take the paint off this to weld it, I'm not going to use a flap disc because I don't want to take any metal off. I'm just going to use a wire wheel. And then when I cut these, the key when welding these is to make sure you spend most of your time on the thick piece of metal and then just drag it down. So you start your puddle there, drag it down. Start your puddle there, drag it down. Start your puddle, blah, 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 blah. Don't spend a lot of time on this metal because it's pretty thin. You'll see when we get there. We're gonna go ahead and hit this, the part of this plate that we're never gonna see again, that's gonna be hidden. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of spray paint. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the edges for now because this is where we're gonna be welding, so we don't want paint on that. But if we can get a couple of the areas that we know we're never going to see again, it's going to go a long way to prevent rust. So we'll let that dry while we're cutting the legs over there. Rattle can time. Two and a half on these, so two 2.5s. Some 3s and some 4s. All right. My patience got the better of me. That wire wheel was taking forever. And in typical Good Enough off-road fashion, called an audible, went to the wire wheel. Is what it is. We're just gonna have to be careful, but we've got our areas marked off here that we're gonna be welding to. And now comes the scary part. It's time to start putting this whole thing together, tacking it on, and just hoping we don't go through this super thin stuff. So our rosette weld is on there. It'll hold it on there a little bit. We can hammer it off if we need to. Good on that side. Holy crap, it's actually centered. Good there. Kind of looks like a shredder helmet right now. So like I was talking about before, my strategy here, we can do whatever we want to up here, but right here where this thick metal meets this thin metal, we're gonna make sure that our wire stays on the thick stuff and just barely touches down there. So you kind of like that. And we'll see how that goes. And a quick tip for you future YouTube stars, your phone screen does not do well with welders. So put a screen in front of it or keep it far away because it will mess up that display window. All right, let's see if we can get a good ground and get this bad boy tacked up. Start at the top. Alright guys, first side versus second side. Now a lot of YouTube videos, you're only going to see the pretty stuff. I will always show you the ugly stuff because that's part of the learning process. Over here, first pass, kind of wimpy. The second pass, I spent a little more time going slower, and you can really tell that I spent a lot of time on the top part of the metal and just dragged it down slowly. So let's take a look at the inside here. The inside, you can see, we got all the way through, which is great, without any holes. You can see the first side, worthless, just a couple tacks. So we're gonna redo that, and then we'll go around and do all the legs. But we're on a good. All right, first weld, ugh. But once you get the hang of it, not bad. Are we gonna go back and redo this ugliness? No, no. You know why? Because good enough. This thing is all welded up. We're good to go now. It is time for me to go to my real job. So we're gonna let this cool down. Tonight we'll hit it with some paint. And we got our gasket over here and we'll install it. Okay, look at that. $12 skid plate. That's awesome. Let's get around here. Yeah, that's ugly. That is not attractive, but it's going to protect the oil pan, and that's what's important. And realistically, nobody's going to see it anyway. I like it. Sweet. Now let's get it on. All right, guys, there it is. The oil pan with the new skid on there. Much more beefy than before. Feeling pretty good about that. I went ahead and did the clutch while I was at it because it was slipping like crazy. I've never done that job before, which is why I didn't video it. And while I was in here, I went ahead and redid the exhaust because it was in pretty bad shape. So I'm now running a 32-inch cherry bomb on a 4-banger. This thing is going to sound super rowdy or super crappy. Either way you look at it, it's good enough. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Sound effects.